What did you expect? You couldn't give me a child. He could. You failed me as a man first, she said. I filed papers and walked away silently. Now she's desperate on my doorstep with a baby that's not mine. Hey viewers, before we move on to the video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you want to see more stories like this. Thanks. Hey Reddit, throwaway for obvious reasons because this one's too raw to post under my main. I'm 35, been married to Chloe for 7 years. We met in our mid-20s at some generic office job in the suburbs. Nothing glamorous, just two people who clicked over bad coffee and worse spreadsheets. She was the spark, all fiery opinions, and that laugh that could light up a room. I was the steady one, the guy who planned date nights and remembered anniversaries. We talked kids early on, dreamed of a house full of chaos and tiny feet. Fast forward, and that's where it all went to hell. It started 2 years ago. We'd been trying for a baby, the usual drill, tracking cycles, timing everything like a military op. But months turned into a year, and nothing. Chloe suggested we see a specialist. I was all in. Hell, I'd read every forum, every article on male fertility. Turns out, the first tests came back fuzzy. The doc said it could be low motility on my end, nothing definitive, but enough to make Chloe's eyes well up in the waiting room. We'll fix this, I told her, squeezing her hand. Whatever it takes. And I meant it. I cut out the beer, hit the gym like a maniac, even swallowed those chalky supplements that tasted like regret. We did IVF rounds, needles in my thigh for hormone shots, her curled up on the couch after egg retrievals, me rubbing her back and whispering we'd get there. God, the sacrifices. I turned down a promotion that would have meant longer hours, because who wants to chase deals when your wife's puking for meds? Sold my old truck to cover the deductibles, thousands down the drain on procedures that felt like Russian roulette. Flashback to last spring. We're in the clinic parking lot after another negative test. Rain's pounding the windshield, and she's sobbing into my shoulder. Alex, what if it's never us? What if we're broken? I held her tighter than I ever had. Then we figure out adoption, or fostering, or whatever. But it's us against this, Chloe. Always. She looked up, eyes red but grateful, and kissed me like I was her hero. I was her hero. Or so I thought. We kept at it, the hope flickering but never out. I come home from work, mid-level IT drone, nothing flashy, and find her scrolling baby name sites, or I catch her staring at her stomach in the mirror, willing it to happen. Our sex life? Mechanical at first, then sparse. Stress, they said. But I powered through, booked couples therapy to keep us connected. One session sticks out. The therapist asks about our love languages. Chloe says mine's acts of service. True. I'd do anything for her. She admits hers is words of affirmation, and I vow right there to tell her daily how she's my world. You're stronger than this fight. I text her from meetings. We got this. Little did I know, she was fighting a different war. The red flags? Hindsight's a bitch. Late nights at work events. Her phone buzzing at odd hours. That new perfume she swore was just a gift from a client. Ryan, her co-worker. The name popped up in texts I'd glance at innocently. Can't wait for drinks, she'd reply with a heart emoji. I chalked it up to networking. Her job in marketing was all schmoozing. But intimacy faded. Weeks without touch. Her turning away with "I'm tired, babe." I'd lie awake, staring at the ceiling, wondering if it was the fertility crap wearing us down. Give her space, I told myself. Support her. So I did. Cooked her favorite lasagna after failed cycles. Planned weekend getaways to recharge. One trip to the coast. We're walking the beach at sunset, her head on my shoulder. I love you, Alex. You're my rock. I believed every word. Then, 3 months ago, she drops the bomb. I'm in the kitchen, stirring pasta sauce, when she walks in glowing. Literally, that pregnancy flush. Alex, I'm pregnant. Her voice cracks, tears streaming. My heart explodes. I drop the spoon, pull her into a hug so tight I lift her off the floor. Holy shit, Chloe. How? When? We're laughing, crying, spinning in circles like idiots. She says it happened naturally. No meds, just luck. The math? Off. We'd barely been intimate in 2 months, and her cycles were clockwork. But joy overrides logic. I book the first ultrasound, start Googling cribs that night. Our miracle, I think. After all that hell, we did it. A week later, the doubts creep in. I'm at work, calendar open, counting back from her announcement. The timeline doesn't line up, not with our last time. I brush it off as stress math, but it nags. That night, She's in the shower, phone on the counter. It buzzes. Ryan, can't stop thinking about last week. And the test? Positive? We're doing this. My stomach drops. I scroll up, months of messages. Flirty at first. You're too good for that house husband routine. Then explicit. Photos, plans to meet at his place. He gets me excited, Alex. You just don't anymore. The kicker, her replying to his baby news. Our little secret. Alex still thinks it's his fight. I sit there, phone burning my hand, the shower running like white noise over the roar in my head. How? How did I miss this? Years of building a life, pouring everything into us, and she's been rewriting the story behind my back, using my supposed failure as cover, like I was the punchline. The pasta boils over on the stove, hissing steam, but I don't move. Numb. Betrayed doesn't cover it. This was sabotage. Our dream, twisted into her lie. And the worst? Part of me still wants to fix it. No, I think, setting the phone down. Not this time. I don't confront her that night. Or the next. I need proof, not impulse. The next day, I call in sick, first time in years, and dig. More texts, hotel receipts buried in our joint account statements. Ryan's a sales guy at her firm, all flash and no substance. The type who posts gym selfies and drives a leased Beamer. It paints a picture. Stolen afternoons while I crunched numbers at my desk, her coming home to me with his scent on her skin, feeding me half-truths about doctor's appointments. The infertility? She'd twisted the doc's words, never pushed for my full retest, just let it fester as my shame. You couldn't give me a child. Her words in a message to her sister, venting. He failed me. By Friday, I'm done gathering. Prints in hand, I wait till evening. She's humming in the living room, hand on her belly, scrolling nursery Pinterest. Domestic bliss, if you ignore the fraud. Chloe, I say, voice steady as I can manage. I hold up the stack. We need to talk. She freezes, eyes flicking to the papers. Color drains from her face, but she recovers quick, too quick. What's that? Work stuff? She stands, smoothing her shirt over the bump. I lay them out on the coffee table. Texts, timelines, the math circled in red. This, all of it. How long, Chloe? She scans, lips pressing thin. Sinks onto the couch, not meeting my eyes. Alex, it wasn't planned. It just happened. Her voice wavers, but there's no apology in it. More like a kid caught with crumbs on her face. Happened. I echo, sitting across from her. Arms crossed to keep from shaking. For how long? And the baby, Ryan's? She nods, slow, like admitting the weather. 6 months. Maybe 7. The pregnancy, yeah, his. A pause, her hand protective on her stomach. But I love you, Alex. This doesn't change us. I laugh, short, bitter, the sound foreign in my throat. Doesn't change? You lied. About everything. The tests, the affair, using my problem to cover your guilt. We went through hell for a kid that was never mine. Her eyes flash, defensive now, chin lifting. Your problem? Yeah, Alex, it was. The doctor said low motility. You heard him. I waited. God, I waited for you to fix it. Years of nothing, of feeling like half a woman because you couldn't. She trails off, but the venom's there, hanging. Couldn't what? Get you pregnant? My voice stays even, but inside, it's splintering. We were in it together. I gave up everything, time, money, my damn body to those shots. And you? Sneaking around, making me the villain in our story. She stands, pacing now, one hand gesturing wild. What did you expect? You couldn't give me a child. He could. This is your fault as much as mine. You failed me as a man first. The words land like slaps, cold, calculated, no regret. She stops, glaring. Ryan, he saw me. Made me feel desired, not just tolerated. The baby's proof, we were broken long before this. Failed as a man. It echoes, twisting the knife. Flashback hits. Me in that clinic chair, arm out for blood work, her squeezing my hand. You're enough, Alex. Always. Lies. All of it. But I don't yell. Don't beg. Just nod, slow. I see. She misreads it, thinks I'm crumbling. Softens a fraction, steps closer. Look, we can work through it. Co-parent or something. You're stable, good with kids. Ryan's excited, but he's not you. We could. No. Simple, final. I stand, gathering the papers. You chose this. Him. The lie. That's not my life anymore. Her face hardens, smug edging in, like she's already scripted the win. Oh, come on. You'll forgive me. You always do. Who's gonna want you now? The guy who couldn't even knock me up? She laughs, sharp, packing an overnight bag from the hall closet like it's decided. I'm staying at Ryan's tonight. Think about it, Alex. For the baby's sake. I watch her stuff clothes in. Silently, the zipper the only sound. No outburst. No please. Just the click as I hand her the house key. Take care. She pauses at the door, bag slung over her shoulder, hand on the knob. You'll regret this. Walking away from your family. Pathetic. Then she's gone, door clicking shut. Taillights fade down the drive. I sink to the floor, back against the wall. The house smells like her lavender shampoo. Failed as a man. It loops, but anger simmers under the hurt. Outrage at the gall, the cruelty. She didn't just cheat. She weaponized our pain, turned my loyalty into her excuse. Hours pass in the dark, phone silent. No calls to friends, no drunken dials. Just me, the empty nursery down the hall, and the first crack of dawn creeping in. I don't cry. I plan. The silence hit hardest those first weeks. Not the screaming kind, but the kind that presses in, heavy and absolute. Chloe's stuff was gone. Half the closet bare, her side of the bathroom counter-wiped clean like she'd never been. I'd wander the house like a ghost, touching echoes. The mug she loved chipped on the edge, the throw blanket we'd snuggle under during bad news calls from the clinic. Why here? Why now? I'd ask the empty air, but answers didn't come. Just the math replaying. Her smug exit, the door slam, Ryan's texts mocking from my phone's memory. I filed the divorce papers Monday morning. Online, impersonal, like ordering takeout. No lawyer yet. Our assets were straightforward. The house in both names, but mostly my sweat equity. Her things? Boxed and dropped at Ryan's office. No note. Clean break. Friends noticed quick. Texts trickling in. Heard Chloe's staying elsewhere? Everything okay? I'd reply vague. Working through stuff. Appreciate the check-in. No details. Not yet. The betrayal was mine to unpack, not fodder for group chats. Therapy helped. Found a guy online, video sessions from my home office. First one, I spilled it all. The affair, the lie, her words carving me open. Failed as a man. He nodded. No pity, just, that's her shame projected, Alex. Not your truth. We dug into the numbness, the way loyalty had blinded me, how I'd ignored the distance for the dream of family. You sacrificed for a ghost, he said. Flashback crept in during one session. Christmas last year, me wrapping onesies just in case, her kissing my cheek. You're going to be the best dad. The memory stung fresh, but I let it pass. No wallowing. Progress meant facing the void. Nights were brutal. I'd lie in our bed, sheets changed, her pillow gone, staring at the ceiling fan's lazy spin. Sleepless, I'd replay the clinic days, holding her hair back during nausea, driving through blizzards for appointments. I'd sold that truck for her, remember? Traded reliability for hope. Now, the money sat in savings, untouched, a bitter reminder. One midnight drive, I ended up at the coast, same beach from our getaway. Waves crashed indifferent, salt air whipping my face. She chose excitement over us. I thought, kicking sand. But excitement's a drug, it crashes. Confusion swirled. Was it me? Too steady, too safe? Or her, chasing validation in Ryan's arms? The unfairness gnawed. Me, the villain for loving hard. Her free to rewrite history. Small changes crept in, unforced. Gym 3 times a week, not for abs, but to sweat out the ache. Old hobbies resurfaced. Dusting off my guitar in the garage, strumming half-forgotten chords till blisters formed. Friends pushed gently. Mark, from college, dragged me to a pickup basketball game. Dude, you look like hell. Spill or shoot hoops. I chose hoops, the rhythm of dribble and pass a distraction. Post-game beers, I cracked open. Chloe's pregnant. Not mine. His jaw dropped, then a bear hug. Fuck that. You're gold, man. She doesn't deserve the dirt on your shoes. No judgment, just solidarity. It chipped the isolation. But the retest? That was my quiet rebellion. Week 3, I booked it solo, different clinic, no fanfare. Results came encrypted email, motility perfect, count stellar. No issue. Vindication, sharp and sweet, but I filed it away. Not for revenge, yet. Just truth, for me. Internal shift started there, from how did I fail, to she failed us. The silence evolved too, from oppressive to spacious. I'd cook for one, jazz on the stereo, no tiptoeing around moods. Therapy nailed it. Betrayal's a theft, Alex. She stole your trust. Now reclaim it. Months blurred, 6 weeks to 3. I relocated to the spare room, turned the master into a home gym/office hybrid. Job-wise, that promotion I'd skipped landed at remote, salary bump funding a weekend in the mountains. Hiking trails alone, summit views stealing my breath. This is freedom, I realized, wind tousling my hair. Not punishment. Confusion lingered in quiet moments. Why build a life just to torch it? But resolve hardened. The unfairness still stung, like a bruise fading slow. I'd sit with it over coffee, journaling scraps. Her choice, my peace. No more propping her up. Energy turned inward. Mutual friends circled cautious. Sarah, Chloe's bestie from work, emailed, heard bits. Chloe's, complicated. You holding up? I replied honest but brief. Getting there. Space helps. No bridges burned. Life's long, but boundaries firm. The nursery? I dismantled it piece by piece. Crib framed to storage, tiny clothes donated. Each box sealed felt like exhale. Good riddance to what-ifs. By month 3, the ache dulled to echo. I'd catch myself smiling at dumb things, a coworker's joke, a sunset drive. I'm not broken, the mirror reflected back, clearer eyes. The silence? Now a companion, not a cage. Little did I know, her world was cracking while mine mended. But that's for later. For now, I breathed. Walked forward. One deliberate step. Karma doesn't knock politely. It kicks the door down when you're not looking. 3 months in, I'd settled into a rhythm. Work promotions stacking like cordwood, weekends hiking with Mark and his crew, even dipping a toe into dating apps. Nothing serious. Just coffee chats that reminded me laughter wasn't extinct. The divorce? In motion, mediators shuffling papers. Chloe's name popped up in group texts now and then. Vague, hope you're both okay. But I stayed surface level. My truth serum was that retest report, tucked in a drawer like a loaded gun I wasn't itching to fire. It started with a voicemail from Ryan's number, blocked, but it slipped through on a new line. Hey Alex, it's Ryan. Look, man to man, this baby's not my circus. Chloe's got it twisted. I'm out. Click. No drama, just a sales pitch for his exit. I deleted it, but curiosity pinged a mutual friend, Tom, from our old bar league. Heard Ryan bailed? Chloe's solo now. Tom's voice low, like spilling state secrets. Turns out, baby shower plans fizzled. Ryan ghosted post-ultrasound when paternity hit too real. She posted cryptic Insta stories, silhouettes of cribs against sunsets, captions like stronger alone, but the likes dried up fast. Then the leak. I'd shared the fertility results with Tom over beers, one confidant, for closure. Dude, you were never the issue. She played you. He swore discretion, but whispers travel. By week's end, my phone lit up. Sarah texting, is it true? Your tests were fine? Chloe said, followed by a screenshot of her group chat meltdown. Alex is lying to make me look bad. He knows it's complicated. But the math didn't lie. Timelines, texts, now science. Mutuals connected dots. The affair wasn't heat of the moment. It was premeditated, my failure, her alibi. Friends peeled off. Dinner invites for her dried. Birthday nods turned cold shoulders. Her sister? Radio silence after one awkward family meeting pitch I declined. Chloe unraveled in fragments. Social media scraps, a tear-streaked selfie at 28 weeks, motherhood's raw, judgment sucks. Deleted by morning. Tom forwarded a voice note she'd sent him by mistake. Baby kicks in the background, her voice cracking. Everyone hates me now. Ryan's gone, and Alex, he thinks he's better. Isolation hit hard. Job rumors swirled. Marketing firms all gossip. Her work mom circled ghosting after the truth bomb. Family. Her parents stopped the weekly check-ins. Last I heard, they suggested she own her choices. Broke? Not yet, but maternity leave loomed without backup, daycare costs stacking like accusations. The baby arrived mid-July. Girl, healthy, per a stray announcement in our old neighborhood Facebook group. No tags, no fanfare, just a photo of tiny feet, captioned, Our Fighter. I watched from afar, not gloating, more like witnessing a storm I dodged. She built this cage, I thought, folding laundry in my quiet space. Now she's rattling the bars. The unfairness flipped. Me, once the failure, now steady. Her smug exit? Echoed hollow. Vindication settled soft, not sharp. Therapy called it integration. You've grieved the lie. Now live the truth. And I did. New apartment downtown, view of the river, guitar lessons on Tuesdays. Her chaos? Background noise, fading. But noise has a way of amplifying when desperate. The floodgates cracked a week after the birth. Voicemails first, then texts, a deluge I should have blocked, but didn't. Not cruelty, curiosity, maybe. Or masochism. Her voice on the first one, hoarse from hospital discharge. Alex, she's here. Lily, God, she's perfect. But it's hard. Ryan never showed. I need you. Please, just talk to me. For her. A pause, baby fuss in the background. Then softer. I was scared. Hormones, the lies, it spiraled. We can fix this. You're her dad in every way that matters. I listened in the parking lot after work, engine idling. Dad. The word twisted fresh. But no pull, no ache for what she'd poisoned. I texted back once. Congratulations. Take care. Short, civil. Blocked the number. End of story. Nah. Flying monkeys deployed. Her sister, Jenna, toxic from jump, always siding with blood, called that night. Alex, this is bullshit. Chloe's postpartum, alone with a newborn. You're punishing her? Think of the baby. Lily needs stability. You're the only one who can step up. I gripped the phone, jaw set. Jenna, that's not my role. Chloe chose Ryan for that. Respect my boundary. She scoffed, voice pitching shrill. Boundary? You're heartless. After 7 years? Family helps family. Click. I hung up, no debate. Toxic as the source, I thought, muting her too. Escalation hit month 1. Desperation sharpening to edges. I'm at the corner coffee shop, grabbing my usual black drip, when Sarah slides into the booth uninvited. Chloe's work proxy, eyes red-rimmed. Alex, please. She's falling apart. Sleepless nights, crying jags. The baby's colicky. Chloe hasn't slept in days. She didn't mean the affair. It was escape from the pressure. You two were solid. Help her. I stir my coffee slow, meeting her gaze. Sarah, I appreciate you checking in. But that's her path now. I can't walk it for her. She leans in, voice dropping urgent. She regrets it, all of it. Says you're the only one who ever really saw her. Come over? Just once. For old times. Old times. Flashback. Us 3 at holiday parties. Chloe's arm looped in mine. Now. Pawn in her plea. No. Tell her I'm wishing well, but that's it. Sarah deflates, but not before the kicker. Chloe's follow-up text from a burner. Sarah says you're open? Lily's got your smile. We need you, Alex. I was wrong, come home. Wrong? Too late for edits. I delete, order another coffee to go. By month 2, true colors bled through, anger masking the void. Drunk dial at midnight, doorbell first, then pounding. I peer through the peephole, Chloe, disheveled in yoga pants, Lily slung in a carrier, eyes wild. Wine on her breath. Alex, open up, I know you're in there. Neighbor's lights flicker on, I crack the door chain. Chloe, it's late. Go home. She jabs a finger, carrier bouncing the baby awake. Home? You stole it. Ghosting me while I drown. Lily's screaming all night. Jenna's useless. Mom and dad act like I'm toxic waste. This is your fault, parading that test like a trophy. You're pathetic, hiding in this dump while I suffer alone. Suffer. The word from her lips, after she'd wielded it like a blade. You made choices, Chloe. Own them. My voice even, door easing shut. She rams it with her shoulder, voice cracking furious. Own them. You owe me. 7 years of your loyalty bullshit, and you bail? Ryan was a mistake. Fun. Yeah, but you're the rock. Admit it, you miss this. She gestures wild, baby wailing now. Hypocrisy dripped, blaming me again, twisting reconciliation into demand. From the hall, a slurred, please, Alex. For her. But eyes? Pure rage, entitlement unmasked. I unchain fully, step out to block the threshold. No more. This ends tonight. Shut the door firm, lock clicking. Her sobs echo down the stairs. Asshole. You'll regret. Fading to a cab's rumble. Phone buzzes after. Jenna's email, forwarded sob story. Chloe's broken. Intervention time. Reply or we all cut you out. Cut away, I think. Spam folder. The attempts piled. Texts from burners. Mutuals as mouthpieces, but each chipped her facade. Power flipped. Her begging, me unmoved. Growth showed in my calm. Boundaries like armor, not walls. She's irrelevant. I'd journal post-incident. A storm passed. Desperation peaked. Then, the final knock. 8 months post-betrayal. Lily's half-year mark, if calendars held weight. I'd upgraded. New apartment overlooked the river. Balcony for morning coffees. A life stitched from solos and small wins. Dating? One steady. Emma, quiet strength, no rush. Work hummed. Therapy tapered to monthly check-ins. Chloe? Distant echo. Attempts dwindled to weekly pings I ignored. The leaks fallout lingered. Her isolated, me insulated. Then the doorstep, unannounced Saturday dusk. Doorbell chimes. I check the peephole. Chloe, gaunt in a hoodie, Lily balanced on her hip. Chubby cheeks, tuft of dark hair. Carrier slung empty. Desperation etched in smudged mascara. Neighbors mill the hall. Public enough for spectacle. I open halfway, chain on. Chloe. Her eyes lock. Pleading, fractured. Alex, thank God. I had to see you. Lily's teething. Fevers, nothing works. I can't. I drove 3 hours. Please. She shifts the baby forward, like an offering. Lily gurgles, oblivious, tiny fist waving. Not mine, but the sight tugs. Phantom, not pull. I hold the door steady, voice level. What do you want? She swallows, words tumbling. Help. Anything. Advice. A night off. She's got your eyes, see? That blue. We could co-parent? Or more. I ended it with everyone. Friends. The lies. Ryan was nothing. You were. Everything. I see it now. Come back. For us. Tears track. But no fire. Just hollow need. The carrier thumps her leg. She winces, Lily fussing. 8 months. Her, us a relic. Irrelevant. The word anchors me. No sympathy, no what-ifs. Just facts, my piece the priority. You made your choice, Chloe. You chose him to be the father. That has nothing to do with me. Pause. Eyes steady on hers. Then Lily's, brief, neutral. Do not contact me again. Her face crumples, shocked to shatter. Alex, no, wait. She's family. You can't just... I close the door, chain rattling final. Muffled. Please. I'm sorry, God, the things I said. Fades to hiccup sobs, footsteps retreating. Through the peephole, her silhouette slumps against the wall, rocking Lily, then straightens, defeated march to the stairs. Inside, I lean back, exhale long. Heartbreak, replaced by resolve, solid as the door between us. No glance back. Emma texts, movie tonight? I reply yes, pour a drink, jazz low. Chapter closed. Her chaos? Her echo. My life. Thriving, unscripted. Reddit. That's the arc. Betrayal's gut punch to freedom's stride. No revenge, just release. If you're in the thick, walk with dignity. The silence heals. Karma? It whispers, not shouts. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. What do you think about this story? Share it in the comments.